Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Janan and I were just discussing what I should be packing for my trip because I am going to Turkey at the end of March. So I'm very excited about that. Anyways, to get back on topic, my name's Jenna and I'm with Emerging Destinations. We represent cool companies in cool places. Hopefully you're familiar with me by now, but if not, my email address is at the bottom of your screen there, jen@emergingdestinations.com, and I'm here to help with anything that you might need. As I just mentioned, I'm being joined today by Janan, who is the general manager for Fez Travel in Turkey. So they're going to give us an introduction to, she's going to give us an introduction to the company and what they do and why you should book with them for your client's next Turkey travel. But before we get to that, I'm going to just take a quick minute to introduce our portfolio to you. Now, hopefully everyone's starting to get familiar with the fact that we have quite an extensive African portfolio, we have an Americas portfolio, and we have a Europe portfolio. So I'm happy to discuss any of those clients that you see up there on your screen at a later date if you'd want to, if you want to deep dive into any of those, or if you just want digital marketing material, images, anything like that, I'm more than happy to assist you. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions on any of those clients that you see up there on your screen. Now, a couple housekeeping items to go over before you officially get to hear from Fez Travel for the first time to our database. This webinar is being recorded. So as in the past, every previously recorded webinar is being put onto our Emerging Destinations YouTube channel. We are still in the middle of getting our Emerging Destinations website switched over, so there aren't webinars on there yet. So in the meantime, please go to our YouTube channel and they will be back up and running on our Emerging Destinations website once we get that all sorted out and a little bit of a makeover for you. So that's where you can find the webinar. However, I will also make sure to send the recording out to everybody by tomorrow at the latest. I will send it out. So if you do happen to miss any part of it, or if you have to duck out early, that is not a problem. I will be sending it out to you tomorrow. And last but not least, we will also be doing a Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. So please stick around for that. You can type through your questions throughout the presentation or at the end if you'd like, using the GoToWebinar control panel. And then I will ask Janan as many of those as possible at the end of today's presentation. Of course, if for some reason we have too many and I can't get to all of them, we'll make sure to send you the answers in the webinar follow-up. So I think that's all from my side. I will leave things up to you for the moment, Janan, and I will be back at the end to do a Q&A. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jenna. And this is Janan from Fez Travel. I will be introducing you our company as well as our destinations, Turkey and Greece. So Fez Travel is been in the industry since 1997. We have started as a backpacker-focused tour operator, but over the years, I always say our clients get more mature and we grow up as with them. So we are now catering more tours to mid-range to high-end individuals and groups. We have been working with international tour operators and travel agents from overseas since we started. We have been working with international travel agents from America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So we do know to how we can help you, and we are also very flexible with time differences as well. We are offering very extensive itineraries in Turkey, including off the beaten places like eastern or northern Turkey, and we also combine Turkey and Greece a lot of the time as well. So we also do a lot of niche catered tours like culture tours, authentic experiences, family visits, very special interest oriented tours, as well as culture and history, of course. So why you should book with us? Because first of all, this is not a major company. It is a family-owned company. My brother started it, and then I did came along, and just my brother and I basically run it. It's a decent established mid-range company and not a major corporate company. So we always look after our partners. Whenever you book a trip with us, we always provide value for money. We believe people can have extensive budgets, but over the years we learned that it is not how much you spend. It is the important is how much you get whatever you paid. So we really work hard to get best deals from our suppliers for our partners. As I said, we are locals. I'm Turkish, and we speak the language, know all the customs and laws, and we also know off the beaten secrets to make sure that all your clients get the best experiences. We always provide seamless operation. Our head office in Istanbul, but we also have operational offices in Kuşadası, Cappadocia, and Athens to make sure that we have provide seamless operation, because over the years we understand whenever you use too many third-party suppliers, there could be lack of information, which tends to go as lack of service. So we are trying to minimize the third-party services and provide the first-hand services to all our clients. We are, as I mentioned, we use our own fleet for our tours. So I'll also show a few samples of our vehicles. So in our business model, there is two types of tours. Small group tours and custom-made tours. Before pandemic, small group tours were 75% of our business, and custom-made was only 25%. But after pandemic, custom-made tours are booming. Now it is almost 50-50. So small group tours are perfect for travel agents, especially with solo travelers or a couple who doesn't want to pay too much money for a private tour. So we are offering almost 300 guaranteed departure tours on our website. You can go to our website and look all these set itineraries. If your client doesn't want to book a set tour departure, that's fine, but it still can give you a lot of information how you can design the routes, and it can give you a lot of information. So our granted departure tours are offering more like a mid-range tours using mostly 4-star hotels. Majority of our clients are 65 plus. They're coming all parts of the world, but they're all like-minded travelers, and we have 3 group sizes, maximum 12, maximum 16, and maximum 20. If you visit our website and check these tours, you will be able to see the maximum group size for each individual tours on the notes section. So they are pretty cozy atmosphere, very friendly tours. But with custom-made tours, we can do anything for your clients. So we will be acting as a more like a DMC. So you just pass the information from your clients, what they want to do, what they are asking, where to go, what kind of accommodation they want to stay, and we can cater all type of custom-made tours, whether it's a day trip or shore excursion or like a private tour for a couple or a longer trip for a larger group. We can cater any type of custom-made tours. So I'm just going to show you a few top-selling tours. Again, as I said, you can find all this information on our website. There is 13-day Magic Explorer tour. which is up here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is combining western part of the country as well as some of the southeast part of the country. It comes all the way to Cappadocia. From there, it goes even further southeast, and we're using a domestic flight on this trip. So you can see a flight image on the map there. It means they're gonna fly from Gaziantep to Istanbul. This is something we try to do. We use domestic flights wherever we can to avoid long driving distance. We have two ways to avoid long drivings. As I said, majority of our clients are 65 plus, so they don't like sitting on the coach a lot. So we either use domestic flights, or we can just add one overnight in between a very long journey to cut it in half. And then we have 7-day Turkey Classic Tour. It's our award-winning tour. It was selected as the best tour of the year back in 2019 by Tourada. It doesn't include any Istanbul part, so it is a good selling tour for, let's say, more individual adventure clients, because they can do the Istanbul part by themselves. Sometimes they have Hilton honored points they want to use, or Marriott's. They can make their own accommodation. They can hang around in Istanbul, make their own ways, but we can help them to travel in the countryside. So it is a 7-day trip. It starts with an early departure on first day and coming very late in the evening on the last day. So just want to make sure that you sell one night before Istanbul, and they also spend one night in Istanbul at the end of the trip. And these are the other options. It's a bit longer, like Flying Discovery. This is perfect. It includes all major highlights of Western Turkey. And then we use 2 domestic flights and going a bit of Eastern Turkey as well. So it may not be for everyone, but we are just trying to give a taste of Eastern Turkey, so and encourage them to go for a more off the beaten places. Wonders of Turkey is including 3 nights on a Gilet. Gilet is our traditional sailing boat. I'll explain more in depth in coming presentation, but this is a perfect one. So it starts from Istanbul, and we're traveling along the Aegean coastline, visiting a lot of ancient cities like Troy, Pergamon, Ephesus. So after 6 days of pure culture trip, they come in Fethiye and jump on a Gilet and spend 3 nights on a Gilet, just relaxing, taking some baths, swimming breaks, and then they disembark and then continue to their tour with us. So it's a good peaceful trip with 3 nights on a Gilet in the middle. So we believe tour guides are the crucial element for a trip. We believe tour guides make a good trip to an excellent one. And we have been working with same tour guides over the years. We always, they know what we are expecting them to deliver to our clients. We don't want to have a tour guide who just explain the historical information and go away. Instead, we want them to act as a tour guide. So if one of our clients finish their blood pressure pill, let's say, I expect the tour guides to go with them to the pharmacy and get them help to buy the most suitable one. And accommodation is also another crucial component for a good trip. We always look for really centrally located hotels and a bit of characteristic as well. I said our tours are 4-star, but they are actually not 4-star, pure 4-star. We always tend to use more boutique type of hotels, like we always stay in a cave hotel in Cappadocia. So we look for family-owned properties, best possible options available in each places. They can be staying in a mansion in Istanbul, they can stay in a cave hotel in Cappadocia, or a Greek a stone house in a Greek village in close to Kuşadası. So we also seek these alternative or cool places to stay as well. So as I said, we have our own fleets. We have a few vehicles with different size, so we can cater any sort of groups with our vehicles as well. So with custom-made tours, we can do basically anything that your clients are looking for. We can have different type of accommodation, 3-star, 4-star, or 5, or more authentic places. We always tend to bring more interesting activities like a pottery workshop or marbling workshop to combine the history with a more cultural elements. We tend to also create activities like cooking classes to meet travelers with more of the locals as well. So custom-made tours can be for individuals, like couples, families, friends that are all catering together. We can do school groups, educational trips. We also do a lot of social clubs like cooking, farming, golf tours. We can do church groups with biblical tours. So we can design different elements on custom-made tours. So as you may remember, I mentioned gulets. So gulets are these traditional handmade vessels. They're all different from each other because they're all handmade and very authentic, very traditional vessels. So we include one of these gulets on our trip. So, but besides the land tour, we also offer them on cabin charter basis. So a regular cabin charter gullet is like 8 cabins. So you just book individually to each cabin and spend 3 nights, 4 days, or 7 nights, 8 days on these gullets. But you can also do a private charter as well. With private charters, it doesn't matter how many people you have. It can be 2 people, 4 people, 20 people. The maximum is almost 10 cabins. And the standard of the gullets can be extremely different from each other on private charters as well. It could be very standard gullet, but it could be a very luxurious as well. Again, it depends on the budget. So next slide, I will show you more of a sample of a standard gullet, which is also we use on our tour as well. So generally these gullets are 8 cabins. 2 of the cabins can be used like singles, the ones that are on the narrow part of the vessel, and they have 6 cabins. Majority of them are double, and they're all en suite. They have a double bed and very basic toiletry area. Lots of people don't sleep in the cabins. They prefer to sleep on the deck. under the stars, and all they have at least 4 crew members on the legs, 1 captain and 1 cook. So the chef actually cooks all 3 meals and also some snacks in the afternoon. So that it is very relaxing trip, because majority of the base they visit on these tours, they can't drive there. There is no road access. They can only go there by sailing with these tours. And we can combine Turkey and Greece together. Turkey and Greece are great combination destinations. In Turkey, we can combine, we run small group tours, and in Greece, more large mainline groups. We have 2 options. We can combine these 2 countries either with international flights, or we can using the ferries from Turkey to Greece as well. But these are more seasonal connections. With a flight option, we can obviously book Istanbul to Athens flights anytime, but there is also new flight connections from Istanbul to Santorini, Istanbul to Mykonos, offering more tour routes for us. And there is also a frequent flight connection between Izmir to Athens and Izmir to Thessaloniki, allowing us to combine more land tours together. We can also cater biblical tours, combining both Turkey and Greece together as well. So I want to talk to you about my home country, which is Turkey. I'm sure so many of you have been traveled, but hopefully I will give you some more in-depth knowledge and a bit more explanation. So Turkey is between Europe and Asia, and I live in Istanbul. It is a city where it stays between 2 continents. It is always so cool to say, and believe it's not cool to do in the morning. But whenever I go to office, I cross between 2 continents, because I live in the Asian side and my office is in the European side. As I said, 8 in the morning, it's not a cool thing, but it is really cool to say. We have lots of history. We have 19 UNESCO heritage sites. We have this land have seen 10 civilizations, and 3 of them were empires: Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. We have very wonderful country. We have amazing scenery, wonderful food, and with Turkish Airlines, there's lots of flights coming in Turkey. So Turkey can be a destination by itself, or you can offer Turkey as a stopover with you whenever you make a connection to Europe or Africa or Asia as well. So if you ask me when is the best time to travel to Turkey, I will say April till end of June, and then September, October, even November, because of the climate change. November is also milder. So the hottest months are July and August. I would for a culture trip, when they travel a lot of ancient cities, I would avoid July and August, but other than that, April, May, and June, and then September, October, and November, perfect time to explore the country. The weather is not too cool, it's not too hot, perfect temperature to explore these sites. So I'm showing you a half map of Turkey. So this is mostly focusing on the western and central part, but I did mention the eastern Turkey. We have another half on the right side as well. So Turkey seems a bit small on the map, but it is a very large country. So when you combine all Western, Central, and Eastern Turkey, you actually go up to 24, 30 days trips altogether. But we can also, it is also an opportunity for us to sell pieces of it for shorter versions as well. I'll just briefly show you some of the highlights. So Ephesus, I'm sure you have heard about it with all these cruise lines as well. All the cruises that goes to Greek islands or any Mediterranean trip visit Ephesus. Ephesus is one of the best protected ancient cities. It might be better than the ones in Italy because we haven't seen World War One or two in our land, and all these ancient cities were covered with the land. Not recently, but recently get this shape. So it gives us great opportunity to create these beautiful ancient cities, and you can literally walk on these streets, go to the library, or go to the theater. Even nowadays, we still have shows done in the ancient theaters. I have recently watched opera in Ephesus Ephesus theater. So the other most popular destination we have is Cappadocia. Cappadocia is famous with the fairy chimneys and ballooning as well. They say this is the second best place to do ballooning after a small village in Brazil. It's fascinating with all these fairy chimneys and then the valleys and the underground cities. Cappadocia has been house to many civilizations. It was one of the first home for the first Christians. All these underground cities were actually built by these first Christians to protect themselves from the pagans. Cappadocia is an extraordinary place and offering lots of activities as well. It's not a whole culture destination. There is hiking trails, there is cooking courses, ATV safaris or jeep safaris, lots of adventure activities that you can offer as well. If you heard of it, Pamukkale is also very famous with the calcium travertines. It is a white mountain in the middle of the brown land. Has attached another ancient city called Hierapolis, and of course we have Cleopatra's Pool. We all knew how Cleopatra loves these thermal springs and the beauty of her. So it is very also interesting and historical place to visit. And Istanbul is my hometown. 99% of our clients are flying to Istanbul. It's a vibrant, very exotic city. You can easily spend 5 days and not get bored at all. It is 24 hours stay. There is always something to see, something to do. But if your clients are going just bare minimum, I will say them to spend at least 3 days, 2 days in before, or 1 day at the end, or if they are staying only for Istanbul, minimum 3 days. And I also show you some Eastern Turkey tours. This is one of the sample that they will be seeing along the way. As I said, Eastern Turkey is very off the beaten place. Still, not many tourists travel there, so they can be seeing place things that not many people done. This is Mount Nemrut. We visit Mount Nemrut either on sunset or sunrise, because this sunset or sunrise gives perfect photo opportunities. And they have these gigantic heads on the mountain, and still no one knows how they've been built to that. So thank you so much for listening to me. Hopefully I give you some inspirations for Turkey and Greece, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thank you so much, Janan. What great information. Thank you for that presentation. I know that I'm definitely getting excited for my trip. As I mentioned, I will be going with my partner at the end of March. So it's actually coming up really quick, almost a month away till I leave. So that is very exciting. If you have any questions, I know we've already gotten a few through, but if you have any questions, please feel free to type those through now. I know that she gave such a good and thorough presentation that a lot of them, even the ones I had, were answered throughout. So let's see. How many different languages can you provide guides for? For example, do you have Russian speaking guides?
Yes, we can do. Our communication, office communication, is English, but we can cater different languages with tour guides. Like recently, we find a Polish tour guide, or Romanian tour guide, French, Spanish, Italian, Dutch, German, Russian, even Arabic, or yeah, they are the majority of them that comes to my mind. But we can find different languages on tour guides.
Perfect. And of course, one of the main questions that we're getting is, what is the best way to go about getting a quote from you? So, of course, I did provide my email address to everybody. So if they want to email me as a first point of contact, or how would you prefer, Jenna?
Exactly like you described. If you can just send us an email, I'm sure Jenna will send it to me, and afterwards we will start chatting. I'll send you, if it's very clear, I'll just send you a proposal like in 48 hours, depends how complicated it, and we can, after the proposal, we can always, on my emails, I have a WhatsApp number as well. We can also chat and discuss over the details. But for first communication, we require emails.
Perfect. And I know your website and all of the information that you've sent to me so far over to the Emerging Destinations team has been so thorough and so helpful. So I really will say that they do have a great resource of information already available. So I will make sure to include a bunch of this in our webinar follow-up so that you can have a peruse through there. But like I said, I'm at your disposal, as is Janan, so we're here to help with anything that you might need. Just because of the time today, I think we will wrap it up there. I believe that's the majority of the questions. Most of them are just actually inquiries, so that's great. So I will be in touch with you shortly, Janan. But if there's anything else that anybody would like to hear specifically about Turkey or Greece travel for future webinars, also please feel free to let us know if you have any suggestions. So we look forward to the next one. But thank you, Janan. I know it's evening time in Turkey for you, so we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to introduce Fez Travel to the travel trade.
Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for listening to me. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you and take care.
Bye bye.